It all happened when I was 17. I woke up home alone with my mother nowhere to be found. She worked the night shift and was supposed to be home before I woke up, but there were days where she came home later than usual, so I thought that was the case every now and then. I sat in front of the TV until I heard a knock at the door. It's my stepdad. He told me I had to get dressed. We have to go to the hospital. On the car right there, I'm forgetting the words, but I'm thinking it's nothing. I psych myself out and tell myself it's nothing. Everything's fine. Everything's okay, Tariana. We get to the hospital and all of my family is there. We sit at that entrance for a good 20 minutes. My grandma comes up to me and tells me she's gone. I do nothing but stare. Time slows down. I don't know what to do. All I could do is cry. I just cried and cried until we had to leave the hospital. I had to leave the woman who birthed me without getting a goodbye. I went back to that empty house that night and cried myself to sleep. A few days passed and it was time for the funeral. I put on that black outfit, tearing up at the fact that she was gone, and headed to the funeral. Before I entered the funeral ceremony, I was a mess. I was crying harder than I ever cried before. The funeral ceremony ended and I was able to touch my mother's hand for the last time. It was cold. I touched her hand and looked at her face. Although she was long gone, I knew she was at peace. We had her repast, and so many people who cared about my mother were there. Family, friends, old daycare kids, old neighbors, and even our old teachers. We had a small get-together after that, at that empty house, and brought it back to life one last time. It was soon time to pack up that empty house, and every step of packing it up was rough. I packed up my things, and it was hard to pack up the belongings that had belonged to someone you just talked to a few weeks ago. We eventually packed up that house and had to leave behind the house I grew up in. After that, I found it very hard to deal with this and continue to move on with my life. My grades started dropping, my attitude completely changed for a good month and a half, and I kind of just let my emotions take control. I felt small in my body. I always got told, you gotta keep pushing forward, you gotta do it for your mama. And I get it, but she just died. Can I not grieve? Am I not allowed to grieve like everyone else? Why can't I just grieve? Why can't I deal with this the way I need to? I eventually keep pushing, and I had to deal with the college application process. I had planned to go to UW-Platteville for fashion design, but I soon came to realize I can't go to that school because they don't offer it. I had to change my plans last minute and figure out what I wanted to do for college. After trying different classes and talking to my cousin who graduated a few years ago, I decided to go to UW-Milwaukee. I assumed this was the right path to go down because soon after talking to her, I found out that someone from UW-Milwaukee would be coming to my high school, and if we filled out the form while they were there, we would be accepted automatically. I think the odds were working in my favor. Soon the pandemic hit, and my mental state was majorly affected. I thought about my mom and how things were and how they used to be, and I eventually had to celebrate my 18th birthday without her and graduate from high school without her. After a few months, I was able to move into my dorm room, and I think that was the moment I realized I was really doing this for her. Those next couple of years went by so fast, it was kind of a blur.
I have to do 3 pages for math? Why are there so many letters? Why do I have to have
in
class
person?
today? This means so much easier. Shit, I have an assignment. Oh my god, that's due tomorrow.
You're pregnant. What? Pregnant? I can't be pregnant. We always use condoms. How is that possible? I'm not ready for this baby. I can barely take care of myself. Oh my god, I'm pregnant. I can't take care of this baby. No one taught me how to deal with a baby. I have
I'm
to
far too long to
physically
abort
push
it.
out a baby.
So I'm gonna have to have this
I
baby.
could do safe haven.
Yeah, I've taken care of my baby cousin a
Negative
couple
risk.
times, but I know
My life
that's
won't go
not
back
the
to
same
zero
taking
again,
care of a
so I
baby.
don't
I'm gonna have to
worry about
physically
struggling
push
with
out
it.
a
I
baby.
can't take care of this baby. I talked to my stepdad, and he tells me I'll be able to go to school and have my baby being taken care of. I don't want to put that on my stepdad. This hurts. Braxton Hicks shouldn't hurt like this. I don't think these are Braxton Hicks. She's adorable. She gets placed on my chest and we make skin-to-skin contact. I stay in the hospital for 2 days, and before I was discharged, I got asked, "So, Mom, what are we gonna do about Journey?" I looked them straight in the eyes and I said, "I want to keep my baby." Having this baby was the best thing to ever happen to me. I know I'll never truly get over my mom's death, but having Journey was the key to dealing with the death of my mama. I hope to use what I was taught and how I was raised to make sure my child lives the best life possible. I hope to share the same little moments I had with my mom with her. I know my mom is looking down on me and I plan to make her proud, one step at a time.